How to create success as a sensitive person. We can create success in a lot of different ways, but we have to structure our lives for success so we're set up to win. And how do we do that? Number one is to get organized. If there's something like creating a video that you need to do, look at the lighting, start setting up, and build the environment in order for you to film undisturbed, for example. Or if you need to write, leave out a notebook and leave out a pen in a place where throughout the day you can jot down notes, or maybe the way you jot down notes is on your phone. However, be careful with your phone because there's a lot of things on there and you can get distracted. You want to set yourself up for success and think about what little tasks can you do in advance so that when the idea arises or the moment arises, you can jump into whatever you need to do. Set up workout videos that you can do from home or taking yourself into the gym. Regardless of whatever you decide to do to create your success, that's up to you, but those little steps to prepare can help you jump into the activity you've been meaning to do and not procrastinate on it any longer. If it's out of sight, out of mind, you're less likely to do it in a given day. The next step in order to create success for yourself and to stay motivated as a sensitive person is to put your focus on that particular activity. Think about which task is going to propel you forward the most. And you might want to brainstorm about this. There's more than one way to do the activity, and that's important to list all the different options that you have. Because you may try one option and it may not work out. You really want to get fit and you're committed to that, but then you try to run 5K and you're really exhausted and you don't enjoy running and your joints hurt and you're injured. You have to divert to another activity like swimming or cycling, or you take a yoga class. There are many different ways to get into shape and to be healthy, but if you don't take the time to list those activities, you may get very frustrated when you try one and it doesn't work out. When you do discover what does work, then zero in on it and focus on that particular task and don't get diverted by too many things. The options are there in case you get stuck, but once you find the thing that works, keep doing the thing that works and narrow your focus on it completely. Don't get distracted by all the myriad of options that are available to you. The next step in order to create motivation to do the thing that you want to do successfully as a sensitive person is you have to tell yourself that it's possible for you to do that thing. I know that sounds so basic and so straightforward, but we often create these beliefs that we can't do it. For example, think of the really obese person who thinks that they can't lose weight. What they're thinking is, I can't lose 150 pounds. They've successfully lost 5 pounds before. So if you're going after the big goal and it seems overwhelming, like you can't do it, zoom in on the smaller goals along the way and celebrate your success. When you lose 5 pounds, celebrate and do something not involving food, but do something beautiful that really marks that celebration of your achievement along the way. And if you're continually able to do those things, then it's going to build positive reinforcement and you're going to be able to keep going on your journey. And no matter how small the task, even if you put 5 minutes a day towards your goal, that 5 minutes is going to propel you forward, even if that's all you have. And when you have more time on a given day, you're going to more easily go into doing the thing that you want to do to achieve your goal. And it's going to become easier and easier as long as you keep conditioning the habit. The next successful habit that intuitive people do is they understand how everything connects. So if you have a habit of meditation, you will see how being calm and practical is going to really improve your day, and you're going to use it when you're not meditating. In the same way, if you are somebody who visualizes every day, perhaps you're visualizing initially to get better from an illness, but then you realize that the visualization is also going to help you where you want to go in your relationships and in your finances. And then you use the same skill set to cross over and work on other goals and other areas of your life that need improvement. People also protect their motivations and their projects from people who are logical and skeptical and might put them down. They're aware that people may not always be supportive, even if they're loved by that logical person. Logical people can tell us not to do something. Having said that, we are in charge of our goals and we need to protect them. So when logical people do say something negative, that's a sign that we need to stop sharing with them and only talk to them about superficial topics. My next advice in order to create success for yourself as an intuitive is be aware of telling other people negative things about their hopes and dreams. You never know what there is to know in the world. Let's say, for example, your friend is gambling in an unsafe investment. You don't always know as an intuitive that it's a bad investment. Be gentle about giving people negative advisories or negative warnings. You can see it in very polite, neutral language, like it would be a good idea to read the fine print on that one or proceed slowly. But beyond that, don't rain on somebody else's parade. Let them learn their own life lessons along the way, because you never know. Sometimes people really do achieve success spontaneously, and it could be your own negative belief that's blocking that result from coming into your own life. But you don't always know that, so it's best to keep an open mind. It's okay to share your feedback if you're cautious, but don't discourage people or say anything negative about their dreams. Lastly, sensitive people understand that success comes as a balance with every other area of your life. So if you're sacrificing one area of your life, for example, your personal life or your professional life, this is not balance. This is not success. You may achieve financial abundance, but at what cost? Are you going to alienate your whole family and friends in the process of achieving that abundance? If so, that's not emotional abundance. You're only achieving it in one area, and that's not good enough. We always have to find balance with the way that we achieve success. It's important to have focus on the things that are important to us and that actually help relationships more than we realize. We also need to make sure that the people around us don't hate what we pursue because we put way more time and energy into that thing than we do into our relationships. We also don't want to obsess about our relationships and then completely ignore our professional responsibilities either, because the people we're in relationship with will lose respect for us. It's all in the balance, and balance gives you power.